All right. Wow, this is weird.
Madison shrank.
And she turned into a boy.
Huh?
She kind of acted like a boy before, but now it's bad. I guess if he doesn't argue with me, he's already got a leg up on her.
We'll be fine. I think we'll be all right.
Welcome to the Bonsai Movie Crew. We have some different faces here this week, as you can see. Jeremiah joins us today, Karen's husband.
Hi.
Unless, I mean, it'd be weird if I said that. Yeah, hey, Eric grew some fucking hair. And then my son Jaxon, my youngest of the three, is here. He's 8. You gonna say hi?
Hi.
They watched the movie last night, so Jaxon watched the movie with me last night, which I did not think he would do, but he did. He sat down and enjoyed that shit.
I thought it was
Anyway, don't forget to check out our social stuff. Our God damn it, every week I always forget. TikTok, Twitter, well X, whatever, Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget to check out our Discord. It's important that you get on our Discord, or don't, whatever. I don't care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the video. And also go to Spotify and rate us. Please. We would appreciate that tremendously.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. Man, we jumped right in this. Usually we have like a short conversation or some kind. Like usually there's some bullshit going on before we even get into...
Well, there's usually some kind of...
ongoing conversation before we even start.
Yeah.
So I always just hit play and or record.
Somebody's usually talking about something crazy or random.
Yep, usually.
Well, there was some talk, but...
Yeah. They're shy. They don't really know. Jeremiah's red. He's shy.
I've done a podcast
I'm red.
before.
Yeah, your face
I think
is
that's
kinda
the
red.
lighting,
Yeah.
actually, because
There's the
over
lighting.
here he looks normal.
Oh.
He looks really red.
You
from
look
my
kind of
hair.
ere over there.
Well, I am
Oh.
red.
Are
I'm not
you?
in the sun too
That's
much.
true.
I was in the sprinkler today all day.
Were you?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good day.
I'll play with the chords. I know. You want to so bad. You want to.
Hey, there's like a model dude right there you could play with.
Yeah, play with that. The wooden model. I don't know why Madison put it there. It's there, though.
Fidget toy.
Anyway, let's move on. Oh, do you want to do the creator profile or the movie?
It doesn't matter to me. I can do either one.
Does anybody know who the creator is? Creator profile?
No.
Trying to think of anyone other than him. Well, we already did Sam Raimi, didn't we? Ted Raimi?
Ted Raimi. I didn't know who else to do, and it was really hard to find anything on him. I was like, holy shit, I don't know if I'm going to be able
That's
to do
crazy
it.
because the dude has done a
No,
lot.
I mean like not a biography type deal, but I did manage to find something. It was actually on a Xena website.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Did you ever get around to watching that Creep Show episode
No.
that they did on
No.
the Necronomicon? It was like the Bob Ross episode.
No.
That's the one you told me to watch, wasn't it?
It is hilarious. It's got Ted Raimi in it, and it's like a public broadcast channel, and the Bob Ross character is about to get canceled for this lady who reads stories or whatever, and they bring the Necronomicon on her channel, and the Bob Ross guy saves everyone. That's just a quick and easy way to explain it, and it is literally like the best one. All right, so Ted Raimi. Theodore Raimi is a native of Detroit, Michigan. He had a choice between a successful fashion or furniture career because his mother owned a chain of lingerie shops and his father had his own home furnishing stores. Wow. I don't remember this when
Whatever
we did
pays
Sam.
the bills. Yeah, they didn't say anything like that.
I feel like this is made up. Like somebody's just
no,
like...
because I fact checked. So this is from a Xena fan site. And then, like, I was like a lingerie store, and I like typed in some other shit, and then I found some other stuff. Like, no, it's true. She owned a string of lingerie stores. Like, all right.
Oh my god, I just read the next part. Okay. He made a career decision not to follow the family business, but chose acting instead. I could have been the bra king of Michigan, he muses, but I couldn't find a matching girdle. Ted is the youngest among the three brothers of the Raimi family. The eldest is Ivan Raimi, who is a doctor and a writer. Ted's second eldest brother is the famous Sam Raimi, who is a producer, director, actor, and screenwriter. Sam is also one of the three people who formed Renaissance Productions. Ted started entertaining in high school as a DJ. He also spent time entertaining a succession of fawning aunts and uncles at home with his impressions. From there, he went on to study theater in 3 different universities. He first studied at Michigan State University, then went to the University of New York, and finally to the University of Detroit.
Is it just me, or does it seem like he lived a much more exciting life than Sam Raimi?
I think he probably...
His story sounds better already.
Yeah, like, he probably just chooses to just... Because, like, you ever notice that, like, he just chooses... Like, in this, he played, like, 4 different roles and just didn't... Like, just nonchalantly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ted's unique acting ability has landed him in a variety of roles, playing both good guys and villains in television and movies. He has played everything from a paranoid lunatic to a CIA analyst. He has gone from a role as a sweet, shy communications officer with a rather dry sense of humor on board a futuristic submarine to an innocent-looking but vicious, brutal person who enjoys skinning people. His acting skill has been shown in his ability to adapt to these and other roles. He enjoys playing villains or out-of-the-ordinary roles because of the challenge. He started his career by appearing in a series of industrial films in the Motor City. He arrived in Los Angeles in 1988 to lodge with Sam. He started by helping his elder brother Sam in his movies like the Evil Dead series, playing small roles. He landed his first role outside of his brother's movies in a feature film called Shocker in 1989. He then had a role in Darkman as a bad goon under Durant. A year later, he had his first starring role in Lunatics, a love story in 1991. Ted has received more fame from his role in the Tom Clancy thriller Patriot Games alongside Harrison Ford. He played a satellite analyst in the CIA, a role he later reprised in Clear and Present Danger. His other motion picture credits include Hard Target, Candyman, Born Yesterday, Forced Exposure, Stuart Saves His Family, and Army of Darkness. His last known movie in which he was starring...
These, I'm guessing, are all very tiny roles.
Yeah, I don't remember him in Hard
Yeah.
Target, and I've seen that movie so many times.
He's like looking at you like, where the fuck was he in
yeah,
that movie?
I honestly don't remember. I'm gonna have to rewatch it and look for him.
His last known movie in which he was starring was the horror movie, thriller movie Skinner, made in 1995. In this film, he plays an innocent-looking man named Dennis Skinner who stalks people at night to skin them. He then wears their skin. Talk about good leather. I didn't say that, they did. He gets attracted to the woman, Ricky Lake, whom he rents his room from without her knowing who he is. Ted has also had several television appearances. He has had guest starring roles on series such as Baywatch, Twin Peaks, Alf, Alien Nation, and American Gothic. His biggest series to date has been Sequest, DSV, later Sequest 2032, and Xena Warrior Princess.
And Hercules.
I'm just reading it, man.
Oh, he played Jaxon.
I didn't watch either one of those. I don't.
No, they're fun.
I
didn't watch
gather that they
Hercules?
are. I just never.
If you like how the campiness of some of Sam, like this, like Army of Darkness is a perfect example of like the campiness. Then Xena and Hercules, all the way through. Like it's so campy, but it's fun. There's fun shows.
Okay. In Sequest, a science fiction movie that ran from 1993 to 1995 about a futuristic submarine, Ted played a shy but smart and capable communications officer named Lieutenant Timothy O'Neill. With this show, fans had the opportunity to see his ability to learn to speak several different languages, including Spanish, French, German, Mandarin, Vietnamese, and Japanese. Ted felt that his background as a ham radio operator and a former high school DJ and his interest in practicing dialects made him suitable for this role. Ted also has an interest in science. He says, "I'm a huge science nut, although I wouldn't know how to fix a circuit or wire anything." This role has led him to be invited to a few conventions to represent his character and has gathered a small but growing following of fans. Ted has also become close friends with the cast of Sequest when they acted together. He is described by cast members as being brilliant. They say he has a great sense of humor and is fun to be with. In Xena Warrior Princess, which is currently airing in syndication, Ted plays Jaxon. Jaxon is an incompetent warrior with a heart of gold. He is such an obnoxious person, he drives both Xena and Gabrielle crazy, but at the same time, he is a very lovable character. Jaxon is one of many reoccurring characters on Xena. This role has led to even more convention invitations and an even bigger number of fans. Ted is known to be a stand-up comedian because of his sense of humor and cheerfulness. He is known to be funny and sociable with people he meets. He is willing to talk with almost anyone. He is a very down-to-earth person and a very caring young man. He is quite humble when it comes to his fans. Ted writes screenplays along with his acting. Ted co-wrote the script for an episode of Sequest, which aired in the second season titled Lost Land. Ted especially likes to write screenplays for horror movies. This is a hobby of his. He also enjoys playing piano and trumpet, which he has played since he was a kid. He also likes to invent board games for his friends and his castmates from Sequest.
He likes to invent board games?
That's what it says. He is a huge Detroit Tigers fan, and even though he said he hates sports, in an interview he said, "I did not excel in sports at all." He had wanted to get into acting since he was in high school as a way to get more friends and explore all these fantasy elements like science fiction in a real way. He was last known to reside in Los Angeles. So that's Ted Raimi.
That's Ted Raimi. All right. I know Jaxon probably don't know shit about Ted Raimi or what he looks like or who he is. So
Yeah, there's so much that he's done.
he's done a lot, yeah.
Like,
especially in like the B movie genre.
I'd have to look some stuff up here.
Yeah. Like
Hard
I know
Apparently.
Hard target.
Hard target, apparently.
I think like what would your guys' favorite our cat's back. Or the cat's back.
Oh, she did get the hint that it was every Tuesday.
Yeah, every Tuesday she's here. There she is. In the window watching.
That's Kevin's cat.
Yeah, I know.
Well, at least she knows when to be here. Man, he's done so much.
I'm just gonna straight up say like because you can't go with movies in this case. I'm gonna go with his characters. Like favorite role that he's played, I'm gonna go with Jaxon. Like I loved him as Jaxon from Xena and Hercules. I think he's great.
Honestly, I really, really liked that episode of Creepshow. I think I'm just gonna go with that episode of Creepshow. That was really funny to me, and it was really good.
I've
well
never
done.
seen it.
You should see it. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna go with that.
What about you, Jeremiah?
Honestly, I have no idea. If I'm being honest, I guess I don't really have a favorite.
Hard target, apparently.
Well, now that I see him, I know he's at the very beginning when they were chasing the black veteran through town or whatever. He was the one that stopped him, I think. And like, help me, or whatever. And he's just like,
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Jaxon from Xena and Hercules.
Army of Darkness.
We will. We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah, I know.
Your favorite's probably Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
He said, "Yeah, I'm going to do Army of Darkness because it's the only thing I know this guy from." You don't even know what he looks like. He's
Well,
like, "Yeah, sure."
I mean, usually Madison does that. She usually picks whatever we watched because
True.
most times
that's all she knows him from.
yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and move on, and let's get into what everybody's been watching this week. Wow, we're making some great headway here. 13 minutes in and already into what we've been watching.
What the hell have you been watching?
Let's start with Jaxon. Let's start with you, man. What'd you watch this week? Yeah, you watched that, but what else did you watch through the week?
Don't be afraid to talk, buddy. It's just us.
Get your hands down. Put your hands down. Relax, dude. Relax. Look at this. Look at us.
What?
We're chill, dude. We're chill.
Just act like you're talking to just us. Don't worry about camera. Don't worry about nothing. You're just talking to us.
What'd you watch this week? You watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Mm-hmm. What else? Did you watch anything else other than YouTube?
No.
No, that's it? Just Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
What do you watch on YouTube?
Markiplier.
Markiplier?
That's not bad.
There you go. I like Markiplier.
I do too.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You didn't watch anybody else like the Collins Keys or anybody like that?
Was it this week that we watched Kong vs. God.
Oh yeah, did you watch that with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We watched Kong and Godzilla. Yep. There's one.
One that came out a few years ago.
No, the one that just came out.
Oh, Empire.
Yeah, Empire. Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
I like it.
You liked
Is
it?
it good?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say that I watched Kong and Godzilla. We watched that. It was pretty good. Critics aren't all about it, but the fans are, I guess. Like the audience.
That's really all that matters.
Yeah, I mean the audience liked it, but if you watch it, it's a very, very CG heavy movie. But,
They all were.
But
Like
yeah, they are. But like
Monsterverse
in this
ones are.
case, like it mostly follows King Kong through a lot of it, and
I think I gathered that from the trailer. It seemed like it was going to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
King Kong's more of the human aspect of the two.
I'm the old school guy in a rubber suit, Godzilla.
See, that's what I like. I like
Yeah.
Godzilla from. We used to watch some old
Gamera,
movies.
Godzilla, King Kong.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
I
We used to
guess
watch that shit.
King Kong was more stop motion
Yeah, it was more stop motion.
back in the 30s.
I think it was the 30s. Yeah, 30s or 40s.
But yeah, Giant Man and Rubber, any kaiju movie, during that era and going forward, I'm down.
Down with that shit.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite genres.
We watched that. It was pretty good, though. I would recommend it. If you're into those movies, then I would definitely recommend that. It was fun. It wasn't like story heavy or anything like that. It was simple, straight to the point, and they didn't skimp on any of the action. So it was fun. It was a fun movie. And then we watched, obviously, we've been watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's funny.
It's funny. It's very funny. We're about done with season 1.
Mhm.
And then we've been watching, me and Crystal, we watched The Outer Range. Remember that show I told you about? The Outer Range? About the black hole or whatever, that void that appears in the middle of this guy's. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Josh Brolin and that.
Mhm.
Well, they come out with season 2 of that. And
That
they didn't
feels
do
like it was forever ago.
what,
That's
season 1? It was a while ago.
Yeah.
I know season 1 came out and they released 3 episodes and then they would do like 1 episode a week after that. This time they just released the whole fucking season on Amazon. So
Do you think that was related to the writer thing before, or maybe?
no, because
No.
it was before the writers thing.
Right.
It was before the writers strike. Yeah, so it's good. I mean, we watched the first episode and so far it's good. It's continuation of the first season, so but it was good. It's good. We're gonna keep watching it. I'm gonna keep watching it till I don't like it anymore. That's what happened with The Walking Dead. I stopped liking it at about season 9. Remember
Didn't-
Rick was off the show?
Or we stopped watching after Glenn bit it.
Yeah, we never even started. Like, we knew he got it, but we didn't even start the next season. Like,
Yeah.
pretty
Whenever
much-
I knew Rick was gonna die, I was
I guess
like,
it was
yeah,
just-
He
I'm good.
just
start-
came back, didn't he?
They came back with
Or
a new series.
They got a new
with
series
him,
with him, don't
with
they?
him and Michonne called The Ones Who Live. And I haven't watched any of it. I still got to finish the rest of The Walking Dead. I'm on like season. I did continue watching it after Rick died. I think I'm on like season 11 or
Dad.
something.
How many
Or
seasons were
10.
there?
I think there's 11.
11.
I think I'm on the last season. It's so hard to get through, man. Like once you get so far in, same with like Supernatural having it the same way. I'm like, it's just hard to get through, man.
It's just the same thing over and over
yeah,
again.
it's just the same shit, and you're like, oh my god, like especially when you know what happens at this point. So
Dad.
what's up?
Didn't we try to watch Dragon Ball?
Yeah, but we couldn't find the series in English dubbed. So, but we'll find it. We'll get it.
Yeah.
I may just knuckle down and just go buy it shit on Blu-ray or something. I don't know. But anyway, Karen, what'd you watch?
Nightmare, Family Guy.
I assume you watched everything she watched.
Yeah, pretty much.
We should make him say it all then.
You want to?
No, you already started.
No, don't worry about me.
The Last Lovecraft.
That I have to finish. I fell asleep. That was the last movie of the night. It was like
What is it?
The Last Lovecraft.
The Last Lovecraft.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Lovecraft story.
Yeah.
Like kids, like the last heir to Lovecraft or something.
He's the last one in the bloodline
yeah.
of H.P. Lovecraft, and he has to protect some kind of relic to keep Cthulhu from coming back. It's a comedy, and it was pretty funny. I liked it. The first 3 Indiana Jones movies.
All 3 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Jack, that's on Jack's list. Jack has a list too, and Jack requested to watch them, so we fit them in.
Jack has a list of movies that he wants to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was on his list, so we watched those. Lisa Frankenstein and Destroy All Neighbors.
That's on Shudder, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
of them.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on
that was
Shudder.
yeah.
Lisa Frankenstein?
Mm-hmm.
Is that any good?
We liked it.
Yeah, we liked it.
Madison said it was kind of campy, but it was meant to be. Like,
Exactly. It everything that it did, it was meant to. It was directed by Robin Williams' daughter, Zelda.
That's right.
Yeah.
I knew it was somebody.
Yeah, I think that everything was on purpose and it was very well done. I liked it.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's all we watched, Jesus Christ, we're only 20 minutes in. We're zooming right through this shit. Well, I guess let's just move on to our movie. Maybe we'll have a lot to talk about there.
Yeah.
We can hope.
Let's talk about the movie.
Be the shortest podcast ever.
Shortest possible. Only an hour. Man, that was simple. I don't think have we done an hour podcast? What is our
The
shortest?
FNAF one. That was about
But
an
that
hour.
was meant to
But
be-
yeah, that was
that was supposed to be like a bonus thing.
whatever.
Yeah.
Main podcast. I don't think so. They usually clock in around about an hour and 42 hours.
Yeah.
I think the shortest one we were doing was like an hour and 40.
Yeah, we usually go pretty long, so hey, fuck it. I don't care. If it's an hour, it's an hour. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get into our movie this week. And believe it or not, it sucks because Eric was really looking forward to this one. And we should have actually called him for his review, but we're going to call Madison at the end for her review. But he's probably had base softball practice or whatever they're doing.
Oof, I don't know if I have
Practicing.
enough space for all that.
For what?
For the 5, 6. I got 6 spaces.
For reviews?
Mm-hmm.
That should be enough. 5, right? Are we doing Eric?
Yeah, if we were to call Eric.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't plan on calling him because I don't even know if he even watched the movie.
I don't know.
But we're gonna call
he's seen
Madison.
it a million times, so
Right, yeah.
you'd probably just say 10.
10. Anyway, let's go ahead and move into the movie. Karen, do you have a plot synopsis?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear that shit, homie.
Ash, a handsome shotgun-toting, chainsaw-armed department store clerk, is time warped backwards into England's dark ages.
Handsome is right.
Handsome.
Handsome, where he romances a beauty and faces legions of the undead. 1 hour and 21 minutes, rated R. You guys know who Bruce Campbell is. And
Goddamn right we do.
and
No.
Beth Davids as Sheila. That was Ash.
Ash.
Oh,
Yeah. Marcus Gilbert as Lord Arthur. Ian Abercrombie as the Wise Man. And that's as far as I'm going.
Okay. All right, so Jackson.
Bill Moseley.
This is where we go around. Yeah, Bill
Yeah.
Moseley's in there too.
Yeah,
All
but
his
he's like
boys.
way all the way at the end of the credits here.
This is where we go around the table and we say whether or not we'd watch it again, or if we would recommend somebody else watches it. We're gonna start with Jeremiah as an example, okay?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes, he would recommend and watch it again.
yeah.
Karen?
Yeah.
Yes and yes.
Yeah.
I would totally recommend and rewatch 100 times. Would you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
It's probably like the 8,000th time I've seen it.
Probably.
I think
this
I've
movie-
seen this movie more than I've actually seen Evil Dead 1 and 2. Probably combined.
I don't know. I've probably seen Evil Dead 2 more than any of them.
I think so. Yeah, I think I've seen the second one more
But-
than I've seen any of the other ones.
It could be a tie, though. I don't know. Because I've seen 2 and Army of Darkness a
I
lot.
actually think 2 is funnier just from the perspective that it's like,
It's more slapstick horror.
yeah, and it's the horror is
Yeah,
more
whereas
there.
with Army of Darkness, it's definitely more comedy.
Yeah, this is meant to be so funny, and it's meant to be comedy. Whereas Evil Dead 2 is like got that real horror aspect, which makes it funnier to me. I guess. You've got
it's
that
definitely far more sadistic.
You've got that horror backdrop, so then when the funny happens, it makes it funnier to me.
Yeah, especially it's got a very like the second one had more of a how do you put it a very serious undertone.
Yeah.
And it was definitely like more sadistic.
Yeah.
Whereas this one isn't so much sadistic as it is slapsticky.
That kitchen scene kills me every time in the second one.
Oh, with him hitting himself in the face with
because everything's so serious up to that point, or at least semi-serious, and then when that scene happens, it's all hell. But
it's so much darker, more silent. It's a little slower, and it's just not. It's like I said, if you like Army of Darkness with its like medieval tones and things like that, then you would love like Xena and all that. It's definitely far more lighthearted. Obviously, it's not horror anyway. Yeah. But like that's the kind of shit you're gonna get from that because you can see a lot of Sam Raimi's influence. Yeah. And
the medieval thing isn't my thing necessarily. I like the comedy in this and where it came from.
I do like the medieval thing.
I know you do.
Because I like the change in tone from it. So
no, it's fine. I like the fact that they took that story from the second one and carried it on and used it. I like that a lot. That was great, and I like the medieval thing from that. I like that, but it's just not my.
I will say that this
thing.
Probably has more of my like. The more I watch Army of Darkness, man, the more I appreciate that movie more than I do Evil Dead 2. Because Army of Darkness has scenes like that. I'm like, oh, what a classic!
It's
like
definitely
the part from the pit whenever he finally gets out of the pit.
Yeah,
like that shit has me rolling, dude. Like he's like, you want some? Come on, just shit like that, or like, this is my boomstick. You, huh?
Yeah,
just shit like that.
It's definitely a lot more widespread. Like you can show that to a lot more people.
Yeah.
Whereas
like he wouldn't get into Evil Dead 2. But like watching Army of Darkness, like he's like, yeah, this shit's awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't show Evil Dead 2 to Jack or anything, but I was like, you can come down and watch this one. You don't have to see the other two to see those.
No, because it starts off.
He would be bored.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe when he got older, but
I don't know. He might appreciate Evil Dead 2.
Maybe
not Evil Dead 1.
Yeah, he might, but I don't. Well, yeah, he wants to watch Monty Python. That's got some kind of.
Yeah, but that shit's great.
Yeah, but I mean, it does have some kind of dead areas, sort of like Evil Dead 2 does.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. He might.
He might get into it. He's getting older.
Yeah.
Anyway, from here, we're going to go ahead and read our plot.
Huh?
We're going to read the plot of the movie. We're going to rehash the movie.
And you're allowed to interrupt your dad.
You can interrupt me, so if I come across a part that you think is really funny or you want to talk about, just start talking, okay? Okay.
This is the one time that you're allowed to just interrupt your dad.
Don't make a habit out of it.
And he can't beat you for it. He's on camera.
I mean, I can. I'll just edit that shit out. It just like blinks and then like he's got a black eye.
He's laying there. Oh, he fell asleep. He's so tired.
He's so tired. All right, Army of Darkness. Picking up where Evil Dead 2 left off, Ash narrates how he and his girlfriend Linda, played by Bridget Fonda in this one, both supermarket clerks at the S-Mart retail store, went for vacation in the woods to an old cabin, and they discovered the book Necronomicon Ex Mortis, or
I love
the
how
Book
there was
of Dead
no mention
Dead.
of S-Mart before this one.
I know.
And it's like such a huge part of the lore. Like everybody knows about S-Mart, but it was never
like nobody,
a thing.
Yeah, like Ash versus Evil Dead, he still works at S-Mart.
Yeah, that's... did you watch the theatrical version of Army of Darkness? Or the director's cut?
I have the Bonehead cut, or whatever it is.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what the difference is either, to be honest.
Did he end up at the S-Mart at the end of the movie?
Oh, yeah. You're talking about how he went too far forward in time.
It's canon when he at the end of the theatrical cut, because it leads right into Ash vs. Evil Dead. There was another one where he ends up taking a
too far
sip
ahead.
or something.
He slept too long and went too far in time.
Have you ever seen that ending?
No, I just.
Oh, you've never seen that?
No, I've only ever seen the theatrical cut.
I didn't know you.
I own like 4 cuts of the movie, and that's the only one I've ever seen.
No, it's worth checking out.
Which one?
The bad ending, the
Which
one where he goes too far.
Yeah, it's not. I mean,
That was Sam Raimi's original ending. That was the one that he preferred until they did the good ending, the one where he ends up in S-Mart, and he saw how well it worked theatrically, and then they were going to take it with Army of Darkness forward and use the bad ending as their kind of like template for that, but then it got canceled before they got that far.
Yeah, the bad ending or whatever, the one where he goes too far in time. I saw that years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was like on a DVD extra or something.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like he just wakes up next to the car.
It's not the ending you want.
No,
for sure.
it's definitely not. He wakes up next to the car and he's like all Rip Van Winkled out. He's got like a beard down to his waist, and he just slept like way too far into the future, and he wakes up and it's like post-apocalyptic, and like there's the buildings are all crumbled around him, and there's like explosions, and like essentially there's a huge war going on because the Deadites have taken over essentially.
Yeah, the 4K release that we have has the theatrical, the director's cut, the international cut, and then there's a TV version, like a TV cut of the movie.
You're better to stick with the theatrical just because that's canon.
It's a good ending. It shows that the Deadites are still around and things like that, but it isn't too bleak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're right. It does set up for Army of Dark or Ash versus Army of Dark or Ash versus Evil Dead. That came out, a few years back.
Yeah.
And it sets it up pretty good. And I think that the show was pretty good too.
I like the show.
I thought the show was good.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so they went for a vacation in the woods to an old cabin, and they discovered the Book of the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, or the Book of the Dead, and upon reading it, unleashed demonic forces as detailed in the previous films, The Evil Dead and The Evil Dead 2. Reading a spell to defeat the demons, Ash is sucked into a time vortex with his Oldsmobile and is transported back to 1300 AD, as near as I can figure. Huh?
The car goes in before him, and then it comes out after him.
Yeah. There are some differences between the ending of Evil Dead 2 and the beginning of or Army of Darkness. In this movie, instead of being praised, Ash is at first suspected of being one of Duke Henry's men, a Scot at war with the English knights who found Ash. He is enslaved, his gun and chainsaw confiscated, and is taken to a castle. A priest keeps Ash's weapons, believing the strange one to be a redeemer, foretold in prophecy to be the one who shall deliver mankind from the terror of the Deadites. They don't call them Deadites in the first one, do they? Or in the second one?
Wait,
I don't think
didn't
so.
he chop off his hand?
In the second one.
Second one, yeah.
He doesn't have a hand in this one. I mean, he has a hand.
One hand.
Yeah, one hand.
He ends up getting one towards the end.
Yeah, he gets
that
one.
Badass armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make him one out of that armor.
Don't ask me how
hand or
the fuck
whatever.
he's able to move it
Yeah,
so well.
I don't. Yeah,
No
I
tendons.
was thinking about
that
too.
technology. Yes, their technology can rebuild his hand.
Like,
Yeah.
things in real life can be like that too. Like right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, now,
but
not
not
back then.
1300 AD.
Yeah.
Um,
I liked how they asked the wise man, though, like, hey, what's your opinion on this guy? And he's like, oh, he'll be the guy that saves us. And they're like, yeah, we don't trust your opinion. We're just going to go ahead and enslave him and take him back with Henry the Red, because I'm sure he works for that guy.
It is foretold that he's the
He
one
doesn't
who
look
shall deliver
anything
us.
like them, but I'm sure he works
Yeah.
for that guy.
Yeah. Don't listen to the wise guy. You appointed
The
this
one
man
that they
as the
literally
wise man.
asked.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, what do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's probably the guy that's going to save us.
Yeah, fuck that.
Whatever.
Put him in
No,
chains.
what?
We're gonna throw him in the pit.
Yeah.
The pit was where he climbs out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And then that girl, I love how they tell her that Henry's men killed her brother, and Henry's literally among them.
And then she goes after
and she goes
Ash
only
instead.
after Ash.
Well, she's looking at Ash like, damn, look at that tall drink of water.
She's spitting on him.
Well, then, yeah, because she just wanted to touch him.
Oh, sure.
She had to get a better look at that chin.
I'm sure that's what it was.
Ash is thrown into a pit where he fights off a deadite, regains his weapons, and uses his boomstick, as he puts it, a Remington double-barrel sawed-off shotgun to frighten the inhabitants of the kingdom into helping him return to his own time. Nobody wants to comment on the entire exchange of coming out of the pit.
Actually, I kind of wanted to say that like it didn't quite like when he was in the pit. There was like a whole cavern down there. Like when he first gets up, you see like an entire cave system. But yet somehow he's stuck with
those spike walls.
Yeah, like you could literally just
walk around them. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, but let's not critique it too much.
Well, I know, but I was just like, why did you even show that to me though?
Yeah,
like you could have literally saved that from my eyes.
The wall, like stood against the wall and like just let it.
Just wait.
Actually, that probably would have been a lot funnier if he just watched it close and then climbed up the fucking thing to get out.
I'm saying that would have been hilarious if
and
he
then just like
walked right out.
and then he just looks at them all like they're a bunch of morons.
Or used it to climb up, like like just like walks out and then uses the spikes on the other side to climb.
That's
out.
what I'm saying. Like, climbs up the damn thing to get out.
Yeah, like you assholes.
You guys are dumb. You actually thought that would work?
And I love that one guy runs away. And they shoot him with a bow and arrow. Well, considering what we just saw, that's probably preferable to what's ever down there.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm going to run too. You can shoot my ass. Like, and I don't give a shit. But no, go ahead and say what you were going to say about him coming out of there, because you seem to enjoy that part quite a bit.
I really like the part. Yeah. Who wants some? You? I'm sorry. Huh?
What did he say to that one guy? Because he's like, who wants some? And he keeps looking around and he points at the one guy. Did he just say you?
He goes. What does he say? It's like you. You want some?
Yeah, because the guy's like, he's like terrified looking. He's like,
and then he turns around and he like slams his sword against that other guy, like all pissed off because he like.
Yeah, then the Arthur guy gets really mad and he's like, give me my sword, or he yells sword, they give it to him and he shoots the sword in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The part where he like grabs the sword from the guy and kicks the guy over as he's like unsheathing his sword. Yeah. I was like, what a dick.
He kind of was, but like you had to respect him, especially towards the end when they had that whole giant battle.
He could have been much douchier in the movie.
He really could.
But they made him out to be more of a good king.
Yeah, he was, I guess, in a bad situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, that whole part, like, this is my boomstick. I mean, come on. Fucking peasants. Okay, so the only way to return to his time and stop the Deadites, according to the priest who gave Ash back his weapons, is to retrieve the Necronomicon, which contains both spells. Ash is supposed to speak a mysterious phrase when he takes the Necronomicon. Klaatu Vrata Nikto. Nikto, sorry. A nod to the film of this is a nod to the film The Day the Earth Stood Still.
That's not true.
I was going to say, I don't know how that's right.
Everybody thinks that, but that's not true.
It's not true?
Mm-mm.
Okay, is that in trivia? Okay, we'll get there. While preparing for this, Ash becomes romantically involved with a local woman, Sheila.
Which he pointed out when we were watching it, that first kiss between them, if you pause it, literally looks like a romance novel.
Yeah, because of his open chest and everything, like, and his wind's blowing. You know, they had to have done that on purpose.
Had to have. And the give me some sugar, baby. Yeah. That I don't remember if I put it in trivia. I might be just giving away all of my trivia, but it's too funny. That was actually like Sam Raimi came up with that and was like, you got to say that, and Bruce Campbell hated it. He's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And he's like, no, you got to say it. And he's like, I don't want to say it. And he's like, no, you got to say it. And they argued about it for like a good while. And finally, he obviously did say it.
Caved and said it.
Yeah.
Give me some sugar, baby. All right. Ash then journeys for the Necronomicon and along the way passes into a haunted forest. I almost thought this said Kardashian demon. Kandarian demon. I thought it was going to say Kardashian demon. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, now we know where they came from.
The Kandarian demon, the camera presenting its point of view, pursues Ash through the woods. Fleeing, Ash ducks into a windmill for safety. That night, he crashes into a mirror, which I don't understand why he did that.
The closest thing I can figure was, okay, so in the first one, remember the mirror like kind of attacks him? And when he looked up, the mirror moved. Like he looked up and then he saw his reflection move. So it almost looked like he charged the mirror because he didn't want to have it attack him again, is what I think.
Maybe. Other than that.
But they didn't explain that very well.
No.
So like if you've never seen the second one, you wouldn't put that together.
He
And
just
I
runs
barely
into the
put it
mirror because he
together.
doesn't even attack it. He like runs in
Just a
straight into it.
setup.
That's what it is, dude.
It's
It's
a
just
little
a setup.
It
setup.
is.
The little tiny ashes.
Yeah.
Well, I know it is, but
But
like
it could have been a better setup.
They,
you know?
they could have maybe explained it a little better because I would not have put any of that together if I hadn't seen the second one or if I hadn't seen it recently or, you know what I mean? Like, you don't put it together very well. They really needed to explain that a lot better.
Like, the little mirrors on the ground.
You got to talk into the mic, dude. I know, you're talking to us, but you got to talk into the mic. All right, what are you going to say?
The little ashes out of the mirrors. I mean, it makes sense it's a movie, but...
But what?
They're big.
Yeah, that was the point. It's supposed to be funny. It's goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Goofy.
slapsticky.
Well, you didn't like that part?
No, I thought it was funny.
Oh, well, you almost sound like you were complaining about it. I don't understand. Why was it there? I don't like it. I thought you... Well, did you like it? Yeah, I kind of liked it, though.
Nobody does slapsticky getting hurt like Bruce Campbell.
Oh,
That man is a genius when it comes
Yeah,
to
he's
that.
pretty good at it.
He's right up there with the Three Stooges.
Yeah. Well,
All on his own. He didn't need
Yeah.
two other guys. It's just him.
him and him.
Him and him.
And a bunch of little hymns.
Yeah. Some props.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Waxwork too. Oh, that was freaking fun.
That night, he crashes into a mirror when he notices his reflection looking back at him. Duh. The small reflections of Ash climb out from the shattered mirror and torture him. After knocking him unconscious and tying him down,
He easily
one of
breaks
the
away.
little ashes dives into his throat. Ash attempts to kill the little Ash by drinking boiling water. But, huh?
That was a good idea. Anyway.
Yeah, it was a terrible idea.
Because by the time it gets to your stomach, it's going to be the same, like, temperatures because it's acid in your stomach. So,
Yeah, there was really no need for it.
No shit.
you think the acid would do the trick, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ash attempts to kill the little Ash by drinking boiling water, but before any effect can be assumed, evil Ash begins to split off from his right shoulder. Ash panics and runs back out through the woods where evil Ash completely splits off of him. Ash shoots evil Ash in the face, slices him to bits with a chainsaw, and buries him.
Yep.
I think
Good,
that
bad,
exchange was
I'm the
great.
guy with the gun.
Yeah, good, bad. I'm the guy with a gun.
You're bad.
You're bad, Ash.
The evil Ash had two hands.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think
I
so.
saw that.
Well,
he
I mean,
did.
it would make sense because he's
Yeah.
brand new. So, I mean, he
Yeah.
wouldn't have cut off his hand. It'd be like brand new baby or something. You know what I mean?
Brand new baby.
No.
Yeah, I guess it probably would make sense that if he had a regular hand. I didn't even pay any attention to that.
Yeah,
I didn't
I'm pretty sure he's right.
probably
I'm pretty
right,
Sure,
yeah.
two hands.
I didn't pay any attention.
Because
to
even
that.
when
Yeah, I saw
at the
both
end
his hands.
when they're doing their little battle or takeover or whatever, I'm pretty sure he had two hands in too. So.
Yeah, I think he did because I think he was punching him with
Yeah.
his right hand.
But it would make sense.
It would, yeah. When he arrives at the book's location, he sees 3 books instead of 1. After a painful experience with 2 fake books, the first one sucks him into the book and the second one bites him.
When I was a kid, I thought that the other 2 books attacked him not because they were the wrong books, but because he hadn't said the words yet.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I think they're just decoy books.
No, I know, but like, as a kid, I guess I thought that like any of them would have attacked him. Like, even the right book would have attacked him
without saying the words.
if he didn't say the words.
Yeah, because either way, he would have fucked up regardless, because before he picked up the other two, he didn't say the fucking words.
Exactly. When I was a kid, that's why I thought that it happened that way. Like, if he picked up the real book, it would have still attacked him.
Right. Would make sense, but...
Yeah, no, I know now that that's not what it was, but when I was a kid, I was convinced of that.
Right. When he arrives at the book's location, he sees 3 books instead of 1. After a painful experience with the fake 2 books, the first one sucked him into the book and the second one bit him. Ash finds the real one. He attempts to say the magic phrase, but realizes he forgot the end of it.
There was only one other one.
Ash tries to trick the book.
You had 3 choices and 2 of them already fucked you up, so which one do you think is right?
You didn't find it. It was already there.
Yeah. And you didn't find shit. It was process of elimination, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, where was I? Ash tries to trick the book by mumbling the missing word, but that releases the demons. He simply grabs the book and rushes back to the castle while the dead rise from the graves all around. During Ash's panicked ride back, Evil Ash rises from the grave and unites the Deadites in the army of darkness.
Hey, his horse was dedicated. Most horses spook very easily, but that horse just stayed there the whole time. All those, skeletons were coming up out
He's
the
like,
ground.
no, I'll wait on you, man.
Yeah, the horse is like, I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
You get here when
they
you
ain't
get
after
here.
me, they're after you.
Yeah, you get here when you get here, man.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to do.
That's funny though, like that scene where he falls down and like the skeleton hands are fucking him up. Definitely Three Stooges.
They're like doing this to his face.
Grab his mouth.
Despite causing the predicament faced by the medieval humans, Ash initially demands to be returned to his own time. Sheila, it's funny because he comes back and he's like, you've done it. He's like, yeah, fuck off. Get the fuck away from me.
At first he's like, yeah, I did it. And then more people. And finally he's like, yeah, fuck off.
Sheila is captured by a flying deadite, and Ash becomes determined to lead the humans against the skeletal deadite army. Reluctantly, the people agree to join Ash, using scientific knowledge from textbooks in the trunk of his Oldsmobile, plus enlisting the help of Duke Henry. It's so funny how much shit he has in the back of that trunk. Everything he apparently needs to defeat an army.
I saw the original Coke in the back of his trunk.
Well, I like to think the original Coke came in a white powder, but...
No, it was in a bottle.
It was in a bottle?
Like
Man, that's a lot of Coke.
Everybody else was running away when that big wing thing was coming, and Sheila just stands there and screams.
Like a jackass. That bitch is stupid. I'd have left her ass back in 1300 AD, too.
And she became a demon, pretty much.
Yep, she became a deadite.
Mm-hmm.
She's saved by the end. See, he could have saved, the last 3 girls he had.
Well, he fucked up the only good weapon they had, too, when she, shows up.
That car?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's fucking shit up with that car.
Yeah, he was. It was, the best one they had. Then he's like,
Well,
there's Sheila. No, that's not Sheila. Don't fuck up.
Run her ass over, too. Yeah. Dude, just hit it and quit it. Know that. Come on, your ass, anyway. All right, anyway. Ash successfully leads the humans to defeat the Deadites and save Sheila. So there's a whole lot that they skipped there, but we'll get to it. There's only another paragraph left. After this, he is brought back to his own time using a potion made from the book. What? The final scene begins with Ash back at the S-Mart store telling a co-worker all about his adventure back in time and how he could have been king. After this, a Deadite starts wreaking havoc on the store and Ash defeats it. The film ends with Ash saying, "Hail to the king, baby," and kissing his fellow sales lady. The end.
Nobody believes him, but he still has the medieval hand.
Yeah, the medieval hand, and yeah.
He
Yeah.
could have looked. He could have told his coworker too, like, dude, you look a lot like 4 other dudes I knew back then too.
Okay, so here's a question for you. Hottest girl he had throughout all 3 movies.
Bridget Fonda.
Bridget Fonda.
I think so.
What about you?
Of course, the other girl at the very end wasn't too bad.
I would say the one at the end.
Yeah, she was pretty
smoking.
She was pretty smoking.
So that's my choice.
I
Other
don't know,
than
Bridget
that,
Fonda with the short hair was pretty hot.
yeah, Bridget Fonda was pretty hot, but I think the redhead at the very end was the hottest.
Mm.
Also, I think that the medieval chick had the most character because they had the most time to develop it.
Yeah, she's probably the one that had the most lines. She turned into a Deadite, but she had more time before she turned into a Deadite that she actually. Yeah, you got to know
You
her
should
a
stop
little
trying to bang chicks because they just turn into deadites. All of them. Like that redhead probably turned into a deadhead.
bit. Eventually, I'm
Yeah.
sure she did.
At some point, she probably did. I'm surprised she wasn't the one who did initially turn into a deadite and attack.
That's the one thing about this lore that I don't quite understand is like there's never been a way to get rid of the Deadites in any movie. They've never explained how. In any movie, yet they're gone. Like
I don't
in the
even think
next
they
or
even
something.
explain it in the series. Like nothing in the series or anything.
Mm-mm.
So,
Not that I remember.
No.
You have to go to the bathroom?
Yes.
So go to the bathroom, man.
It's cool.
It's cool. We know you're small. You have a little bladder. It's all good. We don't like people talking about your bladder?
I think we talked about that when we did Evil Dead Rise too, because they kept talking about how to get rid of them or whatever. It's like I don't think there's a way.
There's never been a way, not that anybody's ever known.
But it's weird because in Evil Dead Rise they had it happen because the book was down there and somebody hid it for a reason because it had happened.
Yeah.
So there is a way, but we've never been shown it. There's got.
I know in Ash versus Evil Dead, he goes back to that cabin.
Mm-hmm.
He goes back to the cabin and everything. I don't know who his daughter's from. He's got a daughter in the series too, and she comes in I think season 3. And
Probably the redhead.
That's my guess. Is it the redhead?
Because she had kind of reddish brown hair.
Did she?
Didn't
I
she?
I didn't get all the way through season.
think she
I don't think
did.
I even watched season 3. I watched the first 2 seasons.
Well, wasn't it the girl? Wasn't it revealed that she was his daughter?
That
What
I
girl?
don't remember. It's been a long time.
I know. I'm thinking it was her.
What, the redhead?
No, the girl that was fighting with him.
No, that's not his daughter. No, his daughter came in the 3rd season.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, but it was a surprise. Like she was fighting with him for a while, and then they found out that it was her daughter. That's what I'm talking about. Not the girl that was in season 1 and 2.
No, I think that she, whenever she showed up initially, that they had, like she came in and said, "I'm your fucking daughter" or some shit like that. Maybe I don't know though, because I don't. Like I
don't remember it. I don't remember it very well at all.
I don't either.
I remember liking it, and being pissed when I got canceled. I remember that.
Yeah, you know what he blamed that on, right? Pirating.
Oh.
He's like, you fucking people who watch the show on Stars instead of pirating the shit, then the show would still be on because it had a huge following.
That's the mom.
I don't know who that is.
Probably just some girl.
Yeah. She probably became a Deadite. I'm
No,
sure.
she did.
No.
It said human formally. Then she's a deadite.
They always are.
They always are.
She was killed by Rachel.
Mm.
Pretty sure wasn't Lucy Lawless in that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was actually pretty awesome in that
Yeah,
show.
she was.
Yeah, because I think she came in season 2.
I need to buy.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
You can buy Ash vs. Evil Dead along with, I think, Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2 all in a pack.
Well, I got all of them on 4K.
I don't have Evil Dead 1 because I couldn't find it because it's hard to find on Blu-ray and shit.
Buy you ain't got a 4K player?
I've
I mean,
never
yeah, we
seen
have our
Evil,
PS5.
Evil Dead.
I don't think they have it on 4K. I couldn't find it.
I own it on 4K.
I know. Well, they might have it now, but I think it's out of circulation right now. Because I tried to buy it whenever I bought them all, and I couldn't find it.
I bought it a few years ago. The second one, I got Army of Darkness. Scream Factory released Army of Darkness on 4K.
See, right here, Evil Dead in 4K for $50.
I didn't pay $50 for it.
You can get it right here, 4K Ultra HD. See, it's not even. See, you can't even buy it right here. There's no price on
I've never
it.
seen Evil Dead.
Or you can get it on DVD for $31.
The hell?
Or no, wait. 2-disc Ultra. Oh no, that's it right there. Okay. It must have came back into circulation because I remember I told you guys I was trying to buy them all because I already had Evil Dead 2. I just needed Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 1. Well, I couldn't find Evil Dead 1. I was pissed.
Yeah.
It's not the one I'm looking for.
Anyway, do you guys have anything else you want to say about the movie or anything you liked about it? What else did you like about it, Jack? What did you like about the movie, man?
Ash running all the skeletons over.
Yeah, talking to the mic.
Ash running all the skeletons over with a car.
With the car?
With the car.
What was your favorite line?
Give me some.
Huh?
You want some?
Want some?
I love the skeleton running away. Let's get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
No love for the primitive screwheads.
Welcome back to the land of the living. All right. So if nobody's got anything else to say about the movie, let's just move on and keep going. You know what I mean? Huh? That it? Yeah, I know. It's pretty short, huh? We're not even an hour in, dude.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a
4
very.
minutes,
What do you
4
say?
minutes.
Really?
I mean, what do you say? I guess, yeah. There's
It's
not a lot to say about this.
there's
movie.
a lot of like.
There's a lot of quotes. We could quote the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah,
for
you really
another hour
could.
if you want.
I mean, I feel like I feel like the plot that they gave was not very detailed, but
Yeah, because didn't you say they missed a bunch of stuff? Or
Yeah.
they jumped over a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, it's hard to find decent plots for movies.
if you go back and nitpick it, you're just I don't know.
Right.
Then like you're just going back over it again. So I don't know.
There's a lot of good shit about this movie, but like I don't know. You could probably pick it apart with plot holes for sure.
No, yeah.
There are a lot of plot holes in this movie.
But I mean, I don't hate on it. It's just
No, fuck no,
I
you
think
don't
it's
hate on
funny,
it.
especially that pit scene because it's like, why show it to me if you weren't going to use it somehow to make it funnier?
Yeah.
Or like there's this whole cavern, and then it's like, oh no, we're stuck. Did they put like a gate up or something?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, so why couldn't he just, like I said, the thing closes as it's closing. You can see it's not tied up against the walls or nothing. There's plenty of room to just hug the wall and be like, all right, go ahead and close.
Well, and even Jack was sitting there, and he was like, well, why don't he just grab the chain and just
go
up.
Yeah.
And I was like, well.
That's what he did.
And then he does that, and he's like, yeah, see? Why didn't
Movie
he?
logic.
Yeah.
I mean, did he look closely how like the skeletons moved?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was back in the day, honey.
Yeah.
That was primo back in the day.
That's
that was,
how like Jack Skellington played, like moves around in Nightmare Before Christmas.
yeah, stop motion.
Stop motion. Yeah.
Well, when we were watching it too, it was really funny because the guy says, you have to say these words, and before he even said you have to say them perfectly or whatever, Jack was like, he's not going to remember that.
And you didn't.
Another part that I didn't understand is like whenever he comes out of the pit and everything, where did he get his shotgun from?
I said the same thing.
Yeah, she asked me the same fucking
Because I
thing.
said, did he always have it? And if he did, then why didn't he use it? And if he didn't, where did it come from?
Yeah. Like who had his shotgun and where did it come from? Because he didn't have it until just then.
Because the only thing I remember the wise guy giving him was
His chainsaw.
his chainsaw.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because it fell, I think, when they captured him or whatever. It hit the ground and it never got picked up back.
Yeah, and that was
I don't think.
was right when they were walking in. So
Yeah.
that was closer to the front.
Yeah.
So yeah, where'd the shotgun come from?
Somebody just shuffled it in there like he...
Maybe they gave it back to him.
And I don't care what anybody says. He is an S-Mart employee. He doesn't know how to fight with a sword. Like he was holding his own against like, well, he didn't really fight the king, but against like evil Ash and all that shit. I'm like, there's no way, dude. You'd be getting slaughtered right now.
Yeah.
And then you're teaching all these guys who use spears and swords every day how to use a spear.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it made sense that he's using like a chemistry book to teach them how to do, but they would have known how to make like gunpowder because
In
they
1300 AD?
Yeah, they had cannons.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Not in 1300 AD. I don't think so.
Oh no, I'm thinking they had catapults. Never mind. Sorry.
Catapults, yes, but I don't think they had cannons in 1300.
No. I was thinking when he did the when he blew them up. Never mind. I was thinking about.
And I don't think that. Oh, man.
No. I was thinking about. Remember when he?
No, now I'm trying to figure out when the fuck did they actually? When did they invent gun? When did they come out with gun?
Yeah, I don't know, but I was thinking about when he was sitting on that catapult and he blew him up, like when he was flying off of it. But no, I was thinking that was
I
a
saw
cannon, but no, it was a
cannons
catapult.
whenever I was watching this.
Whenever you're watching what? You got to finish the sentence, dude. You can't just stop.
I saw cannons.
In the movie?
Yeah.
No, there were no cannons. Catapults, you mean?
What are
The
The
catapults?
things that launch them?
Oh yeah, that's
Possible
what
reference
I saw.
to
Never mind.
gunpowder appeared in 142 AD in China.
In 142 AD? Oh, wow. Okay.
142 years.
I mean, I thought that they had like cannons and stuff. And, well, I don't know, but I'm just saying.
I saw a catapult.
12th century.
I could say
When the
that
cannon
I would
first
think
appeared.
it makes sense that he would be teaching them about the
So they should
chemistry
have
and stuff.
already known about. If it had already been 100 years since they invented
Well,
this
he's
shit.
the wise man, and he's telling them about this gunpowder and stuff, and he's holding it over a flame.
Oh. 1101 to 1200 was the 12th century. So,
Yeah, so they should have known
yeah,
about
they
it
should
already.
have already known.
Well, they're just a bunch of morons stuck in the Stone Age.
Primitive screwheads.
A bunch of primitive
There you
screwheads.
go.
Oh, they had was catapults.
All they had were catapults.
Well, maybe they're further away from the city. Maybe they're,
I
I don't know.
don't know either. I have no explanation. Another plot hole. I wish you wouldn't have told me that, Jeremiah. I'm like, no, they should have fucking gunpowder, fucking morons.
Sorry.
I mean, if you think about it, they're even on the same continent as China, Japan, all that shit. I know that they're really far from each other, but like, still, you would think that somehow or another that shit would have made their way east or west. I mean, towards them.
But yeah, the deadliest stuff always seem to travel the furthest.
Exactly. So I don't know. But then again, if you look at their little kingdom, which by the way, where the fuck did everybody sleep? Because literally, it was just a castle, and inside that there wasn't much to that castle.
Like,
there was no housing or anything like that. It was just like a castle with a wall around it, and that was it.
Yeah, it was literally just the exterior wall.
Like, what is this? What is this guy king
outside
of?
of the castle.
Yeah, what is this guy even king of? Is he king of like 60 people?
Maybe what we didn't see was like the back half.
The backside of the castle?
Yeah, like there's a door, and then that's where all of the living quarters are. Like
everybody sleeps in a few huts together. Everybody's cousin.
Maybe there's a hallway and there's all these bedrooms or something.
Dude, you seen Cindy, man? She finally got boobs. Dude, that's your first cousin, man. Yeah, well, you banged your sister last week. You don't see anybody complaining about that.
All Game of Thrones in it.
You're your uncle and your brother. I don't want to hear it.
Your own grandpa.
You're your own grandpa.
God. Yeah.
That was fun.
Wow, that just got really weird. What?
That
was
the Stupids movie. I finally.
Oh, I
watched
thought you said
it.
that was fun. I was like, what was fun?
No, the movie, The Stupid.
Oh.
Remember,
It's like,
I
you're not
told
your
you-
own grandpa.
Remember,
are you?
I told you about that guy that said he was his own grandpa on that one podcast. I finally watched the movie where that comes from, and
Funny enough, it comes actually from a Willie Nelson song from like 1973 or something.
yeah.
But yeah, he just goes about how he ends up becoming his own grandpa. Like, yeah, I don't know. You'd have to listen to it.
I mean, if you think about it, Marty McFly could have been his own grandpa.
That's where we came up. Where we on the podcast.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we were talking about Back to the Future, and you were like, "Oh, he could be his own whatever,"
Dad,
and
his
I
own
was, yeah, his
dad.
own dad, and I was like, "Well, there was a guy that was his own grandpa," and you were like, "How the fuck does that work?" I was like, "Something about marriage. He married his own, what would have been his grandma, but there was no relation because of this marriage, and I don't know,
Yeah, then somebody ended up having a kid, which made him.
his own grandpa somehow."
I don't know. You listen to the song and you'll.
I believe it though. I believe some shit. That's probably happened.
And there was no blood, like there was no
Yeah,
incest.
nobody was actually
Yeah.
blood related, but
But
it
he's
all
his own
circles
grandpa.
around to him becoming his own grandpa.
It's a Willie Nelson song?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Yeah,
See how that shit works out. Like,
Yeah.
I want to hear this story.
yeah.
Tell it to me in 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. But I finally did watch the movie a couple weeks ago or whatever.
Wait, Willie Nelson didn't originally do it, but yeah, he did a version of it. Well, I guess it was earlier than that. It's 2000, or later than that. It's 2001
Oh,
when he did it. When he
that
covered
wasn't
it.
all
But yeah,
that long ago.
it's all the same song, but yeah.
Anyway, where were we on plot holes?
Oh,
Mhm.
oh man, you could go.
So, do we want to talk about how the dumbass evil Ash skeleton dude jumped on the catapult like an idiot? I mean, and then like
I
thought he
want
was.
to talk about why did he look so weird? That skeleton.
What do you mean?
So, all of the other skeletons look normal. The evil Ash skeleton looked almost like a primate.
He
So
wasn't actually a skeleton, though, was he?
yeah, he was a skeleton. So you could see the shotgun blast in his skull
Yeah.
from where he got shot in the face. That the imprint of the shotgun blast was still in his skull.
But it's not just that. It's like, okay, so the torso was like
That was from his armor.
really
That was his armor.
even as a skeleton?
Yeah.
Like when he had no armor on at all, he's just a skeleton.
He wasn't just a skeleton. He still had armor on.
No. Not when he got blown up, he was just a skeleton. But before he gets blown up, he's walking around as just a skeleton. He's all buff looking. Even as a skeleton, his torso's huge. And like the bottom half of him is like normal looking, but he's huge.
I gotta look at it again.
But he's short looking.
He's
So
short because he was hunched over. He was sitting on the
No.
catapult.
This was when he was walking around.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. He almost looked like a monkey skeleton. That's what it looked like.
Hold
Like
on.
an
I didn't
ape
think he was a
skeleton.
skeleton.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, because he is wearing armor.
I know.
Is
I
he?
just know
Yeah.
he got chopped up and then ended up coming back.
Yeah, he is wearing armor.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, here's a
Show me.
replica of him right here.
Well, yeah, replica in the movie.
See, look. He's wearing
No,
armor.
no. That's not what I'm talking about.
Hold on.
I'm
I
telling
can't
you.
find him.
Look in the movie.
That part where he's like screaming and like his fucking skull comes up.
Yeah. That sounds like a, what do you call it? A train or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like when they were just fighting and there was,
It's probably just the way it was built for the animatronic, or not animatronic. but
I
like the
mean,
stop
maybe.
motion.
What are you looking for that?
I can't fucking.
Yeah, but
find
it's
it.
after that.
Yeah, he's wearing armor.
It's after that.
He's wearing armor.
After that.
After what? He dies right after that.
No.
Yeah, I don't see. There's not a good image of him.
I know. That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find the scene that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I don't see.
Because I know what you guys are saying, but I'm.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I find one, or if I can just take a screenshot or something,
Post
I
it
will
to the
send
Discord.
it to you. Or, yeah, I'll put it to the Discord.
Post it to the Discord.
And I'll say, here it is, monkey ash skeleton.
Monkey ash skeleton.
I don't know. It just looks like what a primate skeleton looks like. And I could be misremembering it, but I'm telling you, I remember just seeing the skeleton.
Well, there's so much going on in this movie, it's hard to keep up with all of it visually.
Yeah, like you can't really see because it's like so fast. Like there's
That's
so
true.
So many things happening.
That was fast.
What?
Boy Kills World.
It's coming to digital next week.
Is it? I know the Fall Guy just came out today on digital.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I say they playing that at the drive-in this weekend.
That
I know
stuff's
Madison
fast.
just went and watched it last week. So she said she really liked it. I've been wanting to watch it though.
That stuff's happening
I thought it was
fast
called-
anymore.
It is, yeah.
I
Like
thought it was called
the Fall Guy.
Fallout.
But like there's a lot of shit. Just like they go to the theater and like a month later it's on digital. It's like Jesus.
I agree.
It's crazy
Mm-hmm.
how fast they can. Well, if you think about it, everything now is digital anyway. Everything for theaters and even drive-ins is all digital. It's not a reel. It's not film. So everything digital. All they gotta do is
Yeah, it was a few years ago. They were taking donations for our drive-in here
to get the digital
digital
projector.
stuff, so they
Yeah.
didn't have to close down.
We donated.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember going to the theater a few times that year, or to the drive-in, so that they could afford, like, just to help.
Yeah.
But
What happened to the other little ashes?
that's a good question because he killed a couple of them, but there were still quite a few left.
Uh-huh.
They all just
He
ran
swallowed
away.
one. He stepped on two.
I don't think he actually swallowed it. I think, it just
I
went
think
to
he
his
That's the one he
fell
became.
down on one.
He
Yeah,
stabbed
that's-
one with a fork.
Yeah, he stabbed one. He stepped on two, and he swallowed one. But there was like
I thought-
3,000 of them.
Yeah,
he
there were a
fell
bunch of
down,
them.
so maybe he fell on them.
Yeah, but they scattered. They made him fall down on purpose.
I think they just ran away. It'd be even funnier.
They're
if,
living
like,
out in
that's
the
a
woods somewhere, like they're gonna come back
Yeah.
at some
That's a
point.
spin-off we need.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
a bunch of little
Ashes.
tiny ashes. No, what we needed was them to come back at the end of the movie as like a little like fucking end credit scene.
Like living
Like
in a
they
little
start
mouse
their-
hole in the
Yeah,
castle.
they're like they start their own little colony out in the woods.
No, they should live in like a little mouse hole in the castle. That would be hilarious.
That would be funny. Yeah.
Just wreaking havoc.
pulling pranks on people and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like the 1,300 day equivalent of stealing the batteries out of the remote. And, just wreaking havoc in the castle.
Yeah, because that's a good question. What happened to the little ashes? All right, so if you guys are done and we don't have any more, you guys good? Good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Get it, got it, good.
All right, let's move on to rating and reviewing. And I didn't look up any reviews for this movie. I completely forgot. This is my turn this week.
Let's go, let's bitch.
Uh-oh.
I guess we'll just have to find some.
Uh-oh.
Are we doing our reviews first, or are we
Yes.
doing... Okay.
Yes. We're going to go around the table, and this is where we do our reviews, where we rate it, Jackson, from 1 to 10. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. There is no such thing as a perfect movie. Remember that. Okay?
I don't know.
It's his review.
I know. I'm just
Madison's
saying.
given 10s before.
To what?
I don't remember. Goonies. Goonies was one.
Goonies. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll start with Jeremiah so you understand, okay?
Oh.
So he's going to explain what he liked. What? Or
Why start with me?
do you want me to start first? I'll go first. I don't
I'll
care.
go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
I'll go.
Go.
I will.
Called out.
This is bullshit. It's because you're at the end of the table, dude.
Yeah, we
So
just
is
started
he-
an end.
Yeah, but he doesn't understand.
Okay. This is a good one. I grew up watching it. I love the movie to death. I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. Too many fucking plot holes.
A lot of plot holes.
Yeah, way too many. But other than that, I mean, it's fun. And like earlier, I would recommend watching it. You know, I'd recommend other people to watch it. Like I said, it's campy. It's fun.
Mhm.
It's nostalgia for me. So yeah, I give it 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Karen, what do you give Army of Darkness?
A lot of what he said too, because I grew up watching it. There's a lot of nostalgia. You can watch it with your kids. Your kids find it fun. It is a fun movie to watch.
I noticed there's a brief bit of nudity in this.
Oh yeah,
So,
when they're up
with
on
the
the hill.
skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
bring by them girls. I was like, oh shit, I didn't,
Yeah.
I never caught that
Yeah.
until now, and I'm like, holy shit.
I didn't catch it.
And then he's like forcing himself
You
on
never
the other girl.
catch nudity. Never.
It was like very brief. I don't even know if you even see anything.
You like a little bit of side boob.
I think that's really all you see is a little bit of side boob.
Yeah. Yeah, not much. I think.
Is this movie rated PG? Or is it PG-13? I bet it's PG-13.
PG-13.
Yeah, but I think that or maybe it's R. Now that I think about it,
I don't think
I think it was R.
Well,
I think it was R.
is it R? Really?
Pretty sure.
Rated R.
Is it?
Yeah.
He does say "get the fuck away from me," but usually you're allowed one F-bomb in a PG-13 movie.
Well, but you know how they like to
Nowadays.
do Sam Raimi. He's always trying to get a lower rating, and then they go, no.
It's not even gory or anything. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think he probably added blood in later just to fuck with them, with the pit scene and everything else, because they probably put it in an R, and he's
Nah.
like, you know what? Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Putting in this blood. I'm going to do this. But I think one of the things that Sam Raimi learned early on is hurting his friend equals laughs. So in this one, he just added a lot more of it for laughs. One thing I've always found interesting about this series is the lore, because there's so much of it that just either doesn't make sense or you don't know. Like, obviously there's got to be a way to defeat them, but it's never explained. And then, like, how you become a Deadite changes, like, all the time. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the plot holes are either they're there on purpose or they're there to, like, throw you off the trail or something, because even the lore doesn't make sense all the time. So, I don't know. The plot holes don't really bother me a whole hell of a lot, but they're there, so I guess they're there. But I think it's a fun movie. It's a great thing to do with your kids, and I can still really enjoy watching it. And
Yeah, this is the only R-rated movie that I'm like, yeah, my kids can watch that. You know what I mean?
well, I don't. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay. I think in my case, I love this franchise, and this is the last one of the 3 movies, and it doesn't hold back. It's fun. It's campy. It's goofy.
I'm going back. I'm going to give it 8.
You're doing an 8?
Yeah, I'm going back.
She changed it. It's an 8.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I know that there's a lot of plot holes in this movie, but the fucking how quotable this movie is outweighs everything. Like, it's just there's so many lines in this movie from Ash that you're just like, you can use them every day. Groovy being the biggest one. Also, I love Ash, and just for that, it gets a whole point higher because of that.
Groovy.
I'm not as fast as Eric.
But above all that, I think I might be wrong about what I said before. I think this might be on par with Evil Dead 2. I love both of these movies so much. And I think I'm going to give it... Man, it's hard not to give it a 9. I'm going to give it a 9. Fuck you. I'm giving it a 9. It's a 9er for me. I love this movie. All day. It's just such a good movie, man. And I love this fucking dude. I love him. He's hilarious. Love him to death. I'll watch anything with Ash in it. Or, well, Bruce Campbell. What do you give it, man? What do you think of Army of Darkness?
9.
9? Why?
It's funny.
It's funny?
Mhm.
Why else? Any other reasons? Just it's funny?
He's cool.
He's cool?
Yeah.
Ash?
Mhm.
Ash is pretty cool. Arrogant and kind of a
He
dumbass
has a
sometimes.
chainsaw hand.
He's got a chainsaw hand, though. That's all that matters,
And a
right?
robot
Arrogant
hand.
with no good reason. Like, there's almost no reason for him to be arrogant.
No, not at all. He's such a dumbass. But he becomes more of a dumbass as the series goes, too.
Yeah, the first 2 he's almost competent,
Yeah.
and then the
Especially
third
in the
one-
first one.
Yeah.
But, like, what are you doing? What? You gotta pee? Again? Good Lord, stop drinking all that Prime, dude. Hurry up. Jesus. Usually we only gotta worry about Eric getting up in the middle of the podcast to take a piss. Sorry, guys, I gotta pee. But anyway, what's our aggregate, man?
Oh, wait, I thought you were going to call Madison.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, let me call Madison here and get her review. Hopefully. There it goes.
Goes straight to voicemail.
Yeah. Fuck you.
You've been blocked.
Watch her not even answer.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
She's not answering.
She don't want to talk to you.
She told me to call her for a review.
It's a 5.
She didn't answer. Wow, Madison, way to kill it.
Well, without Madison, it's
Well, there she is.
Okay.
Hey. She said she was... Oh, her phone's screwing up. All right, hold on a second. You got your review for us?
Yeah, I got your review for us.
Okay.
I actually really liked the movie. I laughed my way through most of it. I did, and my favorite quote was whenever, what did he say? He goes, good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun.
Yeah, everybody's got to have a favorite. We didn't even ask. What's everybody else's favorite quote?
I like Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Primitive screwheads.
Primitive screwheads. What's your favorite quote, Jackson?
What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
Quote, like your favorite thing that he said in the movie.
Who wants some?
Who wants some?
Who wants?
Mine's I don't know, man. Probably this is my boomstick. Yeah.
This is my boomstick. I know, I laughed whenever he said that too, and then I laughed whenever he was wrestling with the lady chick in the hole.
The lady chick in the hole.
She bitch.
The she bitch.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I really liked the movie. It was hilarious, and I got a great kick out of it because everybody went outside whenever I started watching it. So I was literally sitting inside laughing to myself the whole time,
Their loss.
which was great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8.5 because I really liked it.
8.5.
I gave it a
Good.
9.
The music
Good
was funny to
score.
me for whatever reason.
I'm the one that rated it the worst. Good lord.
Jeremiah gave it the lowest score.
I gave
He gave it a 7.
Sissy.
Oh, that's not that bad still.
No, it's a 70%. That's a passing grade.
Yeah, not according to you.
No, not according to me. Sissy.
What?
Me and Dad gave the highest score.
What?
He said me and Dad gave it the highest score.
What'd you guys give it, a 9?
9s,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, well we're gonna keep moving along here.
Oh, fine, I see how it is. You don't want to sit and talk to your daughter all day.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. Love you.
Love you.
Hi, Karen. I love you too.
Love you.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, bye.
All right.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.
So aggregate's 8.3 then.
8.3. That's pretty good. That's higher than what Jeremiah gave it.
Oh God. So you failed on Rotten Tomatoes this week, so you have
I got
to
this,
you
though.
have to dig.
It's cool. It's cool.
I better write that down because it'll be mine next week.
Yeah.
Rotten Maters.
All right. So this is where everybody guesses what the Rotten Tomato score is.
I'm gonna guess critics hated it. I'm gonna say 65.
Huh? What did we do?
So in this segment, we
69.
try to guess what the critics gave it, what the total score is. So like 1 from 100%,
You need a bump for that.
from 1
We
to
do.
100%. What do you think the score is on Rotten Tomatoes? Like how many people do you think? What percentage of people do you think like this movie?
The critics, which are like the guys that get paid to do this.
Get paid to review movies.
It's their job.
I'll give it 60.
60%? Okay. What'd you say?
69, dude.
69 dudes.
What did I say? 65?
65.
You guys are all really close. It's a 68%, Jeremiah.
Whoa, look at you go.
Fancy pants.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Okay, 68%. I'll read the critics' consensus on this one. Some of the evil magic is gone as this trilogy caper dispenses with most of the scares, but Bruce Campbell's hammy charm and Sam Raimi's homage to classic visual effects make for a fun enough venture. All right, Jaxon.
Huh.
Audience score. This is what you think the audience gave it, not the critics. Now,
Like
remember,
people like us.
people like us who probably love the movie a little bit more. Because you're going to go, this is definitely going to be nostalgia, people who watched the movie as a kid, all that shit. What do you think? From 1 to 100%?
80.
80? Okay.
I'm going 84.
What?
84.
84?
78.
Karen's going to take this. 87%. Close. Good guess.
Dude, that was the first thing in my head. I'm like, it's 87, but that seems high.
Seems high. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 87%. Let me find some negative reviews here to scream at you guys in poor taste. Yes, exactly, you psycho. Let's see here. Here's one. Here's a 1.5 stars. This one's long. This film makes Evil Dead 2 look like a well-focused masterpiece, which it isn't. Who asked for Who asked for this movie? It extends the franchise genre from horror comedy to medieval fantasy horror comedy, and it is...
Quit adding genres.
Yeah, right?
I don't think that's a genre.
It's not. And it still doesn't commit to any of those genres to be any good. There's literally like one funny scene, fuck, I can't even get words out of my mouth, fuck you. The rest of it is slog.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Ash as a character bears zero resemblance to the previous film, personality-wise. In this one, he's a total asshole to everyone for no reason, probably because he's in 1300 AD, you fuck. Why else would he be an
I'd be a
asshole?
little grumpy.
I would be extremely grumpy. You just went
I would
back
be
in
mad.
time like 800 years or 700 years.
I would be mad.
I'd be a little grumpy. I'd be a little grumpy.
I would be mad. Very mad.
I'd want to shower. Like, he's just been through hell,
Yeah.
covered
Yep.
in blood and gross and nasty, and they don't even have
I bet he's-
showers then.
Yeah.
I bet he's rotten.
None of the other characters even have a personality, so the film is devoid of any life. Maybe this just isn't the franchise for me. I'm going to keep watching them anyway.
Like, quit watching them. That was the last fucking one.
Yeah. I'm going to keep watching them anyway.
Eh.
That was stupid.
2013 one was good. I don't care.
I did say
Yeah.
it was good, but I'm saying from the original trilogy, that was the last one.
Yeah.
You
Here's a
can't count
half
the
a
remake
star.
as part of that.
This one's half a
It's a
star.
remake.
What?
I'm very disappointed with this one because of how much I liked the first two movies. This is this even a horror movie at all?
No.
Because it doesn't
No.
feel like it now. I wouldn't call it a horror movie. This movie was
Horror
so
comedy,
dumb,
isn't it?
and it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was like the Pirates of the Caribbean meets Evil Dead, and that didn't even work at all for me. What? That doesn't even make
What?
any sense. That reference makes no sense.
It doesn't at all.
Yeah, in fact,
I don't remember there being any pirates.
Yeah, there were no pirates and no swashbuckling. In fact,
Well, there
it's
was some
just
sword fighting.
Some sword fighting.
I don't remember there being any ocean.
In fact, it's just a
Water.
terrible movie that I didn't think was entertaining at all. I'm going to move on to Ash vs. Evil Dead now,
Bad
and I
water.
hope that it
Fair enough.
that ends up being good and doesn't disappoint me because I'm excited to see Evil Dead Rise because it looks really good and it's a follow-up to these original movies in that series. No, it's really not.
No,
but-
it's not. I bet you like that one, you dumb fuck.
yeah.
Are the person who said did that like review thing, screw you.
Yeah, screw you. Yeah, screw you.
Call him out by name.
What was his? Let's find his name and call him out.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
His name was Devin Y.
Devin, you don't know what you're talking
Fuck
about.
you, Devin. Say that. Don't say fuck you, but say like, up yours, Devin. Say it. Say it.
He looks
He's
at
like,
him like, I feel like this is a trap. I'm gonna say it. He's gonna beat my ass off camera.
Devin, you're dumb.
Yeah, Devin, you're dumb. All right, so here's another one. The problem with Army of Darkness isn't the lame story or terrible special effects. It's the outdated humor. The film lost its charm over the decades and isn't as enjoyable today as I assume it was upon its release in 1992 from the positive reviews. Nevertheless, Bruce Campbell put his all into this role, and watching him go through it
Are you
was
sure about
fun.
that?
Yeah, shut up.
Shut
Let's see here. Let's find one more. Here's a really short half star. Quite simply, the worst movie I've ever seen. No reason or anything. Just, that's it.
What?
Let's do one more. Here's another one. Star and a half. Still feels very empty to me. Okay. Okay,
What?
one more then, since these are all so short.
You have
Here's
to have
a-
a reason.
Yeah, right. Here's a 2-star. Not a fan of Evil Dead, intentionally hammy productions.
Then why the fuck are you
Yeah,
watching
why are
it?
you
Yeah.
watching them?
And
Doesn't
is it
make-
off of Evil Dead?
Yeah, it's from Evil Dead.
Oh my.
Doesn't make me laugh though. This one is a lot better than than Evil Dead 2. Isn't meant to be rubbish, but if that doesn't work for you, then this is the best. This one is best avoided. None of what you just said made any sense.
What?
Like you just
Huh?
okay. Here's a star and a half. This will be my last one. It says ha 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 bullshit. Evil Dead 1 was literally scary. Was literally scary masterpiece. That's what it says. Evil Dead 1 was literally scary masterpiece. Second one was good, but felt like spoof. Then this shit felt like kids' version of Evil Dead. This guy
Huh?
does not use punctuation or nothing.
Oh, mi scusi.
He says, well, hold on, let me find it. As per horror series,
Married.
Just getting mad.
says as per horror series,
That's
it
the
was
piece.
disappointment. Oh my god, this guy doesn't know how to use those or anything. This listen to this.
No,
As per horror series, it was disappointment.
It was
And as per standalone
It
movie,
was disappointment.
it was entertaining. Acting was okay. Lead actor felt like impersonating Jim Carrey. Story, screenplay,
Did
and
he
music
felt
was,
like impersonating Jim
I
Carrey?
guess. Screenplay and music was good as per. He keeps saying per a lot, like as per.
He's
Standalone
trying
movie.
to sound smart. Except
Maybe,
you got
except
to use
he's not,
punctuation and like you
the
know.
visuals were terrible.
Adjectives.
Dialogues were cringe, and whole movie was one-time watch. Whole movie was one-time watch. All right, I'm going to end that there. That was
And so
good enough
was
for me.
taking English apparently.
Yeah.
That did not make sense.
All right, Karen, you got any of that sweet ass trivia for us?
Let me write
Let's
down
do that.
time.
Jesus Christ.
Sweet ass trivia with Karen.
As per.
Oh my.
Get to us as
God,
per
bro.
trivia.
I'll get you some as per trivia when I felt like it. During the scene where Ash is being pelted with rocks, fake rocks were used. However, to get a more realistic reaction out of Bruce Campbell, and partially as a prank, Sam Raimi pelted him with potatoes.
Partially as a prank. He's like, well, it's kind of a prank, but also fuck him, throw these potatoes
I'm
at
telling you, he figured out a long time ago that works, is to fuck with his friend and to hurt him. That works on camera. He
Potatoes.
figured that out a long time ago.
Here, throw this potato at him. What? Yeah, just do it. It'll be fun.
This was the cut that was used. Raimi also told the special effects people to make the fight choreography as difficult as possible for Campbell. His direct quote was, "Make him go through torture." Since he had to memorize his complex to memorize this complex set of moves against invisible enemies that would later be added in post-production, Campbell would be cussing and swearing to keep up and sometimes take 37 takes to get it right.
Do you imagine how many stories that these two have between each other, like about each other, and just all the nonsense and bullshit that they did together?
So, I feel a lot less...
That needs to be a book.
No shit, just like
just
like
everything
their
they've
friendship is a book. Yeah.
I feel a lot less sorry the more and more I learn about the behind-the-scenes stuff. I feel a lot less sorry for Sam Raimi and the Oldsmobile thing.
Yeah,
What
right?
he
Did you
did
hear about all
then.
the shit he did to Bruce Campbell?
Yeah, like the more and more I hear about what he's done to Bruce, the less sorry I feel for him about him taking apart that Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
The items in the trunk of the Oldsmobile are not product placements. They are what was in the trunk. They are what Raimi actually had in his trunk.
Okay.
Yeah. They just kind of fit the story around it. During filming of the climactic sword fight at Arthur's castle, Bruce Campbell suffered a small gash on his face when a decorative pin on his cape cut him during a stunt. He was immediately taken from the Polsa Rosa Ranch location to see a plastic surgeon to assess the damage. At the examination, the doctor had to have the actual injury pointed out amid the myriad of special effects scars and cuts Ash's character had accumulated during the story. Campbell was treated and returned to the set shortly afterward to finish the scene. Contrary to popular belief, Ash does not say the words Klaatu Barata Nikto as a repeated homage to the day the Earth stood still, but a slight variant in the word he pronounces the second word as Varata. Apparently, this is intentional, as the wise man is also heard saying the words this way when instructing Ash on what to do to retrieve the Necronomicon. Sam Raimi is known for coming up with new dialogue on the spot, and he came up with the "Gimme Some Sugar Baby" just before the scene was shot. Bruce Campbell thought it was, in quotes, the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but Raimi insisted that he say it.
It is stupid, but it's funny.
Yeah, and then Campbell's the one that's known for saying, like that's become one of his most quotable things,
Yeah, give me some sugar, baby.
S-Mart is actually a chain of grocery stores in Mexico. Sam Raimi kept opting for the film to receive a PG-13 rating, but the MPAA gave the first version the dreaded NC-17 rating due to a shot of the female Deadeye being decapitated in the beginning of the film. Raimi re-edited the film several times, but the MPAA insisted giving it the R rating no matter what changes were made. Further editing was done by the studio in a failed attempt to get the PG-13 rating, which is partially why the film is so short for a studio action release. Although a sequel...
This is not an R-rated movie.
No.
Shouldn't have been. Like, if you cut out his F-bomb, really, I mean, you didn't even have to cut that out, but, like, it's a PG-13 movie all day, in my opinion.
Yep. We talked a lot about the bad ending and what they were going to do with that, so I'm not going to go into that. When Ash traveling through time in this movie, the Evil Dead trilogy forms a closed time loop. The Book of the Dead that is introduced in The Evil Dead is inadvertently used to awaken evil and is destroyed by Ash in The Evil Dead 2. It is revealed that Professor Nobi had found it in the ruins of Castle Kandor and took it with him to the cabin to translate it. Passages from the book are then used to create a vortex that dispels the evil, but it also sucks up Ash and sends him back to the year 1300 AD and Army of Darkness. There he learns from the wise man that he needs the book to return to his own time, so he travels to a graveyard to obtain the book and takes it back to Castle Kandar. After successfully defending the castle from the Deadeye army, Ash is sent back, and the book supposedly remains with the wise man at the castle, where Professor Nobi will find it 700 years later, beginning the cycle anew. That's what I really liked about this third one.
The book is where where he found it.
It's, to my knowledge, like one of the few movies that keeps the time loop intact. Like, instead of, changing it or...
For the most part, yeah.
There is a serious trademark scene featuring an eruption of gallons of blood downpour in the 2013 remake Evil Dead. This is the only film in the series that does not feature the main character being drenched in the blood, which makes the previous film Evil Dead 2 the last time Bruce Campbell had to do an Evil Dead film where his character was the one being soaked in blood. That's it.
Okay. Evil Dead, Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
It should have been called Ash versus the Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, That's what it says at the beginning
It
of it.
says
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell versus
Oh, that's
Army of
right. Yeah.
Darkness.
Yeah.
Because I've always known, I was like, why does it say Bruce Campbell? It should be Ash
Ash,
versus.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like Bruce Campbell as, and then Ash versus
Yeah.
Army of Darkness or something like that.
Yeah.
Did it that way.
I think that's what it was originally supposed to be, wasn't it? Ash versus the Army of Darkness.
Well, I know that like they've done comic books and things like
Yeah,
that.
the comics I think are
I think
labeled that.
comics
Yeah.
are called Ash versus the Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
But they've done so many different crossovers. Like there was Army of Darkness versus Marvel Zombies, which is a great crossover. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
There's like a million of them.
But yeah, there's a bunch of He's done crossovers with all kinds of different shit. I think he's went up against like,
Dragon Ball Z.
no, he's gone up against like, fucking, yeah, he's gone up against Marvel, but he's also gone up against
Wasn't there Freddy and Jason?
Freddie and Jason. Because
Ash?
because they were called, essentially Jason was a Deadite.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, that was supposed to be in the Jason movie, wasn't it? Jason Goes to Hell. It was supposed to be
Something like
revealed that,
that,
his
yeah.
his mom used the Necronomicon
Necronomicon to make him a
back.
Deadite.
Yeah.
And then he's went up against Predator and Alien. Don't ask me why. But he's done a bunch of
fun.
crossovers. Hell, Xena's even been in a couple of the comics. Just crazy shit like that. But
It doesn't have to make sense. It's just fun.
yeah, it's just fun. It's all for fun. Even the comic book with him and Xena, it even says on the front of it, why not? So I think it says, sure, why not? Something like that. Like yeah, whatever.
We're just having fun
Yeah.
at this point.
I think there's even one comic book series where he saves President Obama from a bunch of Deadites. I think I remember that
Yeah.
one.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah, just a bunch of crazy shit. But anyway, great movie, great series. We have one more Evil Dead to do.
Yeah, the
and that's
remake.
the remake of the original.
It's good.
So
I love that movie.
I do too. I think it's a great remake.
It was good.
But I have yet to be disappointed with any of the movies in this series. So
I have.
what, Rise?
Yeah.
I didn't care for
I liked
Rise.
Rise.
I didn't care for Rise.
I liked it.
If I get it for cheap, I mean, I'll add it to the collection.
Yeah, I don't even have it yet.
But I'm not clamoring for it.
I've got 2 Army of Darkness and the remake, but I don't have the original Evil Dead or Rise, so I need to get them. So, but
Yeah, the only one I don't have is Rise.
you want to do the honors?
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
What's in the fucking box, Jackson? You need a pick? Here, I'll just hand it over to him.
Oh, you want to do that? Jackson would like to pick this week.
All right, Jackson. God damn. I don't think it's been a while since we shook it up. Here you go, man.
You guys got The Witch in there?
No.
No.
Bullshit.
What movie is it?
The Witch.
Demon Knight.
Demon Knight. We already did Demon Knight.
I thought we took that out. You gotta pick again. We've already done that
We've
one.
already done that one. Yeah, we've already done Demon Knight.
Yeah.
What is it? Terminator. Oh fuck! Another Terminator movie.
Thought
We already did the ones that count. Yeah, we decided not to because we said Terminator 2 was canon.
Fuck it. We're not doing that one either.
Keep
Pick
going,
again.
buddy.
What is it? What?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Die Hard 3.
Die Hard 3.
Whoop.
All right.
I like
Die
that.
Hard with Vengeance.
It's probably my favorite one,
It is
if I'm
my
being
favorite
honest.
one.
Yeah.
It is my favorite one. All right.
Who takes these?
That box has been there for a while. It hasn't been moved. Here, hold just a second.
You guys stopping it at 3 or you going all the way?
Oh, we're going all the way. Maybe.
I didn't really care for the 4th. They were all right.
I like
but
them.
I
They're
would
good
stop
action
at
movies.
3 if I'm being honest.
We'll see. We've been talking about revamping the box a little bit anyway.
Put The Witch in there.
The Witch.
Yeah, I fucking love that movie. She hates it.
I like it. Crystal
Oh.
hated it.
I'll fucking be on that episode. You got RoboCop in the box?
Yes.
I'll be on that one.
I love RoboCop.
I
Why haven't we pulled any RoboCops yet? We're getting through these franchises though, at least.
I'll be on the fucking RoboCop. That's probably one of my favorite movies.
I don't know why. They're in there.
Yeah, I say RoboCop should be in there. We'll do the first two. I don't know about the third one. Third one's kind of bad.
Yeah, I would say just number one.
I like
Second
two.
one was okay. The third one was meh.
I like the first two. The third
It
one
had
was dumb.
Thinner in it. The guy that played fucking Thinner.
Oh
What was
yeah,
that name?
I don't
What was
remember his name.
He was Olivia's boyfriend in SVU.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember his name because you always just call him
Thinner.
RoboCop 3.
Yeah, I was calling RoboCop 3. But that one, the remake, oh my god, fucking blue.
Yeah,
I
the
hated
remake
it.
sucked ass.
It was
bad.
stupid.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Yeah. You watch the documentary yet?
No,
Yeah, there's like a 4-part documentary.
on the
like-
first movie,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
What's it about?
The entire everything.
Just the production of everything and like.
It's like 4 hours long.
Jesus.
It's broken up into like 4 parts. But yeah, they go from like casting all the way.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What's that on?
Screenbox.
Screenbox or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I got it elsewhere.
I got it elsewhere.
I ain't going into it. Fuck 'em.
All right. So next week we're gonna do Die Hard with
It's
Vengeance.
on Hulu.
What?
Die Hard.
I think I own them all. I think I have all the Die Hards.
I only own the first
On
one.
disc.
I didn't care for the second one all that much. Fucking Rennie Harlan.
No, I just had.
Dick
We're
nut.
supposed to say where it's streaming. So I'm just saying where it's streaming.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know where is it streaming?
Hulu.
Hulu. There you go. If you want to watch it, it's on Hulu. Unless you own it. Maybe you even own like an old VHS that your dad gave you. That'd be cool. Pull out that VCR and watch it that way.
Vengeance.
But all right, so next week we're gonna do Die Hard with a Vengeance, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to check out our socials, X, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
YouTube.
Of course, YouTube. And then don't forget to check out our Discord. Come in and talk to us and stuff, or post nonsense. Give us your opinions on movies, all that good shit. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe this isn't a 9 movie or an 8 point, whatever we came to.
Or
on
7.
it. So, but anyway, until next week when we do Die Hard. When we do Die Hard, you want to say bye?
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you. Let's get to wipe your ass.